Okay, so this is how you're getting an insight into how I plot out here at my island. So this is my Board of Insanity. I always write the title at the top. Board of Insanity. The date. I like to put the date so that I can look back later to see when I started and when I finished or whatever, okay? So you can see I kind of drew a pencil line down the center. On this side, it's all about my characters, right? Don't come at me. I do use pink for my heroine. I use blue for my hero. It's just how my mind thinks. I'm old. I then use this pretty lavender for secondary female characters, such as the heroine's mother, grandmother, aunts, sisters, cousins, that type of thing. And then I do the same thing over here for my hero, okay? I use this darker for my heroine's enemy, bully, nemesis, whatever, then her best friend. And I do the same thing over here. Who is the hero's nemesis? Who's his best friend? Then I use the littler post-it notes for these secondary characters. And this could be anybody. You use these little tiny ones for any secondary character, right? Could be a family member. If you want, just to keep it all straight, you can get in another color for such as, let's say you're writing a murder mystery and you need the name of, or the names of the squad members. You could use a different color for that. Then over here, it's all about the plot, okay? We know we have a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? So you want important key plot points. Where does your book begin? What's the middle look like? And where are we going to end up? So we have key plot point 1, key plot point 2, key plot point 3. Then we have important subplots. Is there a secondary plot? I find this happens a lot with all good stories have a secondary plot that could lead to another book, is my personal experience or my personal opinion. So then I just wrote down some things. I don't know why, but I came up with an explosion in a factory due to unsafe working conditions, OSHA violations, whatever. Maybe they kidnap the CEO of the company. What are their ransom demands? What's the rescue mission? Rescue mission. And of course, down here is all about setting, location. Location. It's very, very important. We need to know what era your book takes place. Is it modern? Is it turn of the century? Is it Tudor? Is it Regency? Is it ancient? Whatever. I think that's really important. The country, the genre. Okay. So back up here. What is taking place? What is Act 1? Some people call the beginning of the book Act 1. They divide their books into 3 acts. And I think that's perfectly acceptable. Sorry, I had to shut the fan off on my stove. So you can either call it the beginning, middle, the end, or Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. That is completely up to you. But what's nice about the Board of Insanity is as you're going along and you've written out your really super duper key plot points, and there could be 1, 2, I wouldn't do more than 5. Things can just get really jumbled up then. So 3 key plot points, 3 key things that you know you have to have in this story to make it fabulous, right? So then you start writing down what happens. Like there's an explosion, there's a kidnapping, ransom demands. Well, where do you want that to take place? Okay. Do you want to start with the explosion, right? Well, if you do, you can move it around, right? And then you could start with the kidnapping. You could move it around. That's why I like this, is because I can move things around and highlight them if I need to, okay? So I don't know why, but I just thought of an explosion. They kidnap the CEO of the company. They make ransom demands. We have a rescue mission going on. That could be your secondary story. The rescue mission going on for those trapped in the aftermath of the explosion. And then you can have a special team who's trying to rescue the CEO who has been kidnapped. That type of thing. But what I like is you can just move things around however you see fit. It's completely up to you. You can use little Post-its. You can use big Post-its. I will oftentimes get out my little Sharpie, okay, and do this. Okay? It's just a visual reminder that I want there to be exciting points along the way of my story, okay? You want your story to ebb and flow, ebb and flow. What you don't want is for it to flatline, to just be boring as hell from start to finish. So this is just a glimpse into how I do it. I do use lots of colored pens because as I go along, if I can't find a Post-it note or I don't want to use a Post-it note or whatever, just a quick note, I could take my pencil and I can pencil something in. Little note to myself, shake it up. How am I going to shake this book up? If you start off kind of slow, which is fine, if you just start off as a nice spring day and someone's outside picking flowers, how are you going to shake it up? What are you going to do, excuse me, to bring the excitement into your book? So this is just a glimpse at how I do it. Now, we've talked about character development before. I do here put her goals, her fears, secrets, family background, like 2 sisters, 1 brother, uncle, that type of thing, okay? Maybe John Smith's orphaned. Okay, what's his secret? I don't know. He's got a secret. Maybe it's a secret that he was adopted. And he can't let anybody know, or he doesn't want anybody to know, right? Who's his best friend? Is it somebody from college? Or if you're writing historical, like I do, is it someone from his clan, a neighboring clan, whatever? Is it a cousin? Maybe his brother is his best friend. Okay, and you can just write little notes all along the way. Notes, notes, notes. But this here, you need to keep in mind that you want a nice arc. Hallie Bridgman, she draws a line from corner to corner. She separates hers diagonally. Excuse me. And then does basically the same thing, but she likes that diagonal line. And that works too. That's just not how I personally do it, but I love how she does it, and she's a really good writer, so God bless her. I love her, and whatever works for her. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I will be stopping and pausing along the way to answer questions tonight while we play this video. And I can't wait to see ya.